You guys don't even know. Guys, it's so good. Dude, have I screwed up? This is just how business is done. There's no script. And I'm gonna get into that part in a minute. Does this matter? Yeah, I'm just trying to be authentic, you guys. Do not wuss out, Staley. Oh, this is why I do this, which surprises me. Check, check, check. Oh, hi there. This is gonna be kind of a rant. I thought about doing this video for the last 4 or 5 days. I think 4 or 5 days or 6 days or a week or something. And I was just every day going back and forth. I'm doing it. Nah, I'm not doing it. Who cares? I'm doing it. No, I'm not doing it. Yes, I am. I'm doing it. Woke up this morning, was not gonna do it. Then I went, do not wuss out, Staley. Do it. If you're afraid of something, no, I'm not afraid of it. If you're hesitant, if you're unsure, if it's giving you kind of anxiety or inner conflict, or I'm just like, my thing now is to just move into that. Let's go. Let's face it. Let's face the demons. I'm being super over dramatic. I actually just wanted to clear a couple things up. Yeah, this is a rant. By the way, these videos are typically less popular, but the diehards definitely watch them. And this video is definitely for the diehards. So, I actually made a frickin' playlist of all my rants. I sat there and I went through the 200 odd some videos that I've made, and there's some rants in there over the years. Put them all in a playlist. It's linked below. If rants are your thing, that's like the super playlist of all the rants. Okay, I'm beating around the bush. I'm delaying. Sponsored videos. I'm starting to get sponsors hit me up. I want to clarify a couple things. And I was like, if you put yourself out there on the internet and you decide to talk in front of a camera and then upload it, and then anybody on the damn planet with a Wi-Fi signal and access to YouTube, which is a good chunk of the people on the planet, I'd say more than half for sure, any of those people can see you. And you know what they can do? Well, I checked the little box that says comments are allowed. Yeah, like you can criticize me. You can criticize most people on the internet. You can say any damn thing you want about them. And honestly, that just is like, if you want to play the game, that's just how it goes. So that stuff doesn't bother me. And overwhelmingly, comments are positive on my channel, which is pretty cool. I do notice I skew towards an older audience, which surprises me kind of. I guess I'm a little older. I guess it's the older crowd that is relating to what I'm doing. The demographics, it's not the young folks at all, which is weird because, yeah, I guess I'm getting older, but I still don't think of myself as one of the older people. I mean, I guess technically I'm middle-aged, but like, aside from my body hurting and my eyesight getting by the day, I still feel like kind of a juvenile. I don't know. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I am juvenile. Maybe that's why I'm sitting here in a dark room with a light on me talking to a frickin' camera. Anyways, yeah, you're gonna get criticized, and that doesn't bother me. The channel's growing. I've talked about that. And like, I don't want to be one of these channels that just talks about his YouTube channel or talks about YouTube. And actually, I'm going to get into some of this stuff. I don't know how long this is going to take. I didn't prepare. I didn't take any notes. I've thought about this for a week, and so I have a lot on my mind. I guess never say never, but I don't think I'm going to talk about this stuff anymore because, frankly, I got other stuff to do, and this takes time. And like, there's actual... Dude, I have like a hard drive right there. I did this shoot last night, you guys. Whoa. I was working on a video about my film shots in Africa, and then I did this thing last night, and I'm just like, I need to put this out now. But I have like 1,200 freaking photos I gotta edit. It was like one of those shoots that like, oh, this is why I do this. It was freaking crazy. And it was so simple. And I'm gonna get into that later. See, I'm delaying. So let's get into it. Okay, my last video, a couple of videos ago, I had a sponsored video by this AI retouching plugin called Reblum. It's freaking great, and I've been using it ever since. And I was just like using it on some of the photos from last night a little bit, and like, oh, it just like, I love what I got. And I had this amazing model who was near perfect. And then this just makes my work look so much cooler. Let's back up. As you go down the YouTube road, this started happening to me. I mean, literally for the last 3 or 4 years. Honestly, it didn't take long, and I had certain companies reaching out and like, hey, we'll send you some products, and if you review them on your YouTube channel, you can keep them, and that kind of thing. And occasionally I would do that because it was like something maybe I wanted or whatever, and I always hated making the video. Every time I'm like, I'm never doing this again. Every single time. And then as you go in popularity, I'm still not popular, but like, you know, I'm getting a few more followers. So it's like, you know, then you get like cooler and cooler companies. And now like some of the companies with the gear that I use, and hey, you want to try these lenses out? Hey, you want to try this out? And there's a couple companies that regularly anymore, they don't even really ask. They're just like, hey, we have this coming out. You want to try it out? Yeah, sure. And they just know it's going to end up on there somehow. And what I do now is like pretty much across the board. At least I have for the last many, many months. I tell them straight up, like, look, I'm not doing dedicated gear videos anymore because I don't like doing it. You know, and if they have a product that I actually want to use, you can send that to me. It will end up in a video and I will talk about what I think about it. But you won't get a dedicated video, and you won't get the name of your product in the title of the video. Those videos go and I don't want to be that kind of channel. I don't. Most of them, like half of them are like, oh yeah, that doesn't work for us. Sorry, next. And then they ghost me. And that's cool. That's totally fine. And then some of them are like, okay, yeah, great. Well, we just love you to try this out, and here it is. And half the time it's like a product, or now it's been like a lot of plugins and things. Some are cool, some are less cool. Everything I try out, and then, you know, they'll give me like a free trial, and they're like, okay, if you make a video, you can have like a lifetime trial or a year trial or whatever. You know, there's some things, if you notice, like over a year ago, I did a video about Dehancer, and which is like a film emulation plugin, and I love that, and it's in most of my videos, and I really like it. If it went away, I'd be sad. Excuse me. I just ate some pickles. I love pickles. Hey, look, this is what you get with a rant, you guys. I'm going on, there's no script. So that's how it works. Like the first thing you get offered is like a lot of products, and I still feel like most of the products I'm offered are like these kind of startup Chinese companies, and they kind of have a lot of knockoff gear. But there's a couple cool companies that send me stuff regularly. I mean, I've never met the people that I'm emailing with about this stuff, but it's the same people, and they're cool, and like we have dialogues, and so they're like pseudo like digital friends, and they're not asking for anything, and I'm not asking for anything, and somehow it's like symbiotic. We're helping each other. And look, as much as I say the gear doesn't matter, it doesn't. It's cool, and I'm a person that likes gear, so I'm like stoked to try new stuff. And then sometimes I go to trade shows and I'll do talks and things, and then I meet people there, and then they lend me things, or they just give me things to try out. Like, does this matter? Yeah, I'm just trying to be authentic, you guys. Check this out. Look at this backpack. This is a Shimoda backpack. I don't know if I'm going to make a video about that, but like that was given to me by the dude that started Shimoda. Yeah, I got introduced to him, and I was like just trying to ask him if I could get like an industry kind of discount or something. He's like, dude, I'm just going to send you a backpack. And I was like, oh, I wasn't asking for anything for free. And he goes, yeah, that's why I'm sending it to you. And then I was at another trade show. I was at Build, and Shimoda was at Build. This is a couple weeks ago, or this last month in New York City. And so I went up and I'm like, dude, thanks so much for the backpack and blah. And he's looking, he goes, who are you? He didn't even remember me. And I was like, well, thanks. I love your backpack. And I freaking do. I really love it. Shimoda's pretty dope. I got this other backpack over there that I used last night. I'm going to get into that. That's in a future thing. And those guys actually, I'm not even going to get into it, but it was like, hey, you want to try this out? Oh, by the way, here's what you got to do. Oh, by the way, here's a contract. I'm not saying names, but then they just sent the dang thing, and I never signed a contract, and I'm not going to. Okay, let's get into this. So then, as you progress in the YouTube verse, as you get a little more followers, I had some people reach out and they're like, hey, we want to sponsor some videos. I'm like, well, what is that? How does that work? And it's like, oh, you just, you got to do like an ad read in the middle of the video, like for a minute or 90 seconds or whatever. I don't remember what it was. And then, okay, you do some of those, and each one you get paid this much. And all you got to do is like just make a regular video in the middle, wherever you choose, you just do this little ad section. And it's kind of up to you to make that and say whatever you want to say. Here's some talking points, but you know, make it yours. Make it your own. And that was cool because those were digital products that I'd actually used professionally. So like that's real easy and it's authentic. And you got to put a little stamp at the beginning. Oh, this is a paid promotional thing. And yes, they have to look at it before you upload it and send it live. And I'm gonna get into that part in a minute because I had some comments about my last video and some people were critical and I didn't understand it. And my first instinct was to get defensive. That's my own shortcoming. Then my second instinct is like, oh, dude, have I screwed up? Did I screw up? Did I do something wrong? Should I have been different, more authentic, better? Was this a mistake? Then I'm like, thought about it and I'm like, I don't need to be defensive. And I didn't make a mistake. And I did think about what I did. And I was authentic. And I think I had integrity. I think I did. So I'm going to explain how I operate, how I vet these opportunities, because let me tell you, they are opportunities. You guys don't even know. Do you guys have 40-hour-a-week jobs? Do you like have regular jobs? When I'm working, like when I'm doing a TV show, because that is how I pay my bills. I don't pay my bills with YouTube. When I'm doing a TV show and I'm generally nowadays, I used to be a cinematographer a lot, sometimes a producer, sometimes both, which is called a shooter producer, which is like, oh, you're just going to wear all the freaking hats. And sometimes that means doing audio too and being like a one-man band. I did that a lot. And like sometimes that was a 7-day-a-week job. Like if you're doing a TV show like Deadliest Catch, you just live on a boat 7 days a week. And when the boat's fishing, which is 18 to 20 hours a day, you're working. So you might work well north, like 3 figures worth of hours per week. Like 100-hour week is like, I mean, that's just like baseline. That's nothing special. Like, what are you complaining about 100 hours? Does the pay justify that? Well, it didn't in the beginning, but I guess it kind of did at the end. I don't do that anymore. Still, even now, if I'm doing the stuff I was doing in Africa, I do get a day off every week when I'm doing that, but I'm still working 15 hours a day. So 15 times 6, that's still 90 hours a week. That's minimum of what I'm doing. The work I do in television production, it's exhausting. So then when I'm home and I'm just making YouTube videos and doing personal projects and things, you guys, I put so much time and effort into this YouTube channel, and compared to like what I get back or historically what I've gotten back over the length of my time doing it, very little. We're starting to get a little more and more, and I'm hoping I get to a place where I can get on par with my TV work. I've talked about that. So when an opportunity comes along to have like a sponsored video, and there's different tiers and different ways to arrange that, I'm just grateful. Have I accepted all of those? No, because some of them were situations I didn't want to do. But the ones that you guys have seen, including the last one with Reblum, I tried Reblum out. I'm like, this is awesome. I love this. You want to sponsor a video? I'll talk about it. And I'm just going to say what I think. I wasn't given a script. I wasn't given like a length it had to be. I was given like, okay, here's some features just so you have it listed out so you know what to talk about. Okay, that was really helpful. Do whatever you want, dude. You know how cool that is? Do I have to say it's a sponsored video at the beginning? Yeah, that's freaking legal. Did I try it out before I agreed to do that and like it? Heck yeah. What I'm trying to do, you guys, with these sponsored videos, what my intention is for you to know either someone's paying me to do it or they're not. And if they are paying me to do it, it's still something I like. Like I couldn't do that. I think you guys know that if you watch this channel. I couldn't sit there and blab on about some freaking product that I didn't give a rip about. Do they have to look at the finished video before I upload it? Hell yeah, they do. Has any of my sponsored videos, the people that sponsored them, have they ever offered me any notes? No. And you want to know who looks at it? It's not like creative executives and that kind of thing. It's freaking lawyers, because most of these companies are probably $1 million companies. Okay, they have the resources to pay X amount of money to all these YouTube channels to talk about their product. That's their advertising. They've got a budget, they've got money, they've got lawyers on retainer, on staff probably, just watching videos. Because if their name's at the front of it, who knows what could be in these videos when they're going up. Some yahoo like me could say anything and really jeopardize a lot of people's jobs. So it's lawyers that look at these things. They're not going, he didn't say this or do this better. No one's ever done that. Sometimes I wish they would. Maybe my videos would be better. Give me some help, you guys. Give me some help. When you're making TV, it's kind of the same thing if you're doing like I do TV. So what is TV all about? It's just about advertising. Like I tell my crew, actually, we're out there, I'm like, all right, here we go. We're going to sell some more Ford trucks. We're going to sell some Coors Light. We're going to sell some Cheetos. That's what television is for. It's for advertising. Like that's how it's paid for. If I can get some advertisers, hell yeah, I'm going to retain the same authenticity, and I'm going to be open source, and I'm going to be really honest about it. And I hope that's appealing. And I hope that you trust me. And if you don't like how I say something or what I say or how I'm going about it, it's not like there's not other options out there. I mean, I'm really like, I'm small fish. So I guess I had to get that off my chest. Like I was saying though, in TV, it's the same way. Advertisers pay for it. They have this whole big thing. I think it's in New York. I've never been, but I hear about this thing. I was never like a company owner or a network person, but they have these things called the upfronts where they kind of preview all the shows, and it's like a big, almost like a convention for all the networks. And then all the advertisers come, and a lot of these are like before they even shoot shows, but they're like, okay, this season we're going to do this and this and this. And they have a plan, and they present it to all these prospective buyers. And then the buyers can go, oh, okay, yeah, we're going to put some money there. We're going to put some money here. And that really impacts the budgets of the shows. And then you go and you shoot the show, you write it, you shoot it, edit it. It goes through all these phases as you're editing it. There's like a rough cut, then there's a fine cut, then there's a lock cut, and all this time notes back and forth between executives to the editors to the showrunners, all these things. The very final phase, the show is done, they online it, which means now they take, when the editors and stuff are working on it, they're just working on like smaller offline, like not even HD versions of the footage, right? It's probably standard def stuff. It's in an Avid so they can network everything and it doesn't eat up space, because some of these big like doc series that I do, they've got tens of thousands of hours of footage. So by the time you get to the very last version, they've got all the graphics in, they're using the full resolution of the footage, it's color corrected, all the music's in there. Then you sit down in a screening room with the showrunner, with the editor, and you know who the most important person in the room is? A frickin' lawyer. And what's the lawyer doing? Just looking like with razor sharp focus at every single little detail. Is there a logo in the background? Is there this? Is there that? And I've been in those screenings a lot because I work in TV. And it's not uncommon to like, oh, we missed a blur. Okay, we need to go back and blur that thing back there. We need to do this or that. That's the lawyer's job. It's kind of the same thing with YouTube. If you want to do a sponsored video and you want to represent a big company, yeah, they got to look at it first before you upload it. That's just how it works. I don't know if other people are talking about this. I don't know if people don't like me talking about this. This is just how business is done. This is how business is done. I want to do more business. If I did more sponsored videos, I could do less television. And I'm kind of tired of doing the television stuff that I'm doing. I know it sounds cool and sexy and all that stuff, maybe, but I'm over it. Man, I can't wait for you guys to see the stuff that's coming. I'm working on an Africa 35 millimeter film video. I just finally edited all the photos that I took with my Leica M6. There's a New York film video. I shot a dancer last night. You guys, it's so good. Day after tomorrow, I'm back in my studio for another portrait session with my friend Jenna, who's been on the channel a ton, and she's one of my favorite people to photograph. She's rad, and she's an athlete and a model, like that's what she does. And so she's coming out to my studio. She's never been in my studio. So we're gonna mix it up. I'm gonna shoot the heck out of that. I'm kind of thinking of doing this thing where while I'm home, if I can do it, I put out like a nice polished edited video once a week. And then in between, at the half week mark, maybe I do a rant like this. Dude, I'm talking way too much. Maybe I'll do that. Nice polished video, rant in between. Should I do that? What do you guys think? Let's talk. Am I full of crap? Or do you guys even believe me? Like, did everything I say make sense? Let me know. I'm sure some of you will. Thanks for watching, diehards. See you soon.